Okay, so yes, I'm lucky about Father. Brasa said in person, everyone. But you say why crowd say also do a gin cherry berry 1760 na etimino akasa. My main cause on Kai was say Adobe a person boy in Biano, Bedroom, ya crowd, Odeba Adom TV, Hansia. The better was in the command of four on the Kwan him, on the Kwan which him. Ghana, Igusu charge and net day, and I have a cocoa His Excellency on Nafi, yet Miss Union, I'm near showing crying. Yet 2 and more, I didn't such I can see. Eba said ye beya da sene yentimi sa metna enkeka nsema yekeke nemo ye bihia no ne yakasa mpa ye ne aye nkwapa no kwafo anamo etu ye no e de serie ene nyonyam hye e de abre abusuafo nyina so ekosoma mo yakọ ana hyeden ye je de se nei aban totu ye odi gu akwamu nyina no ebetimi akoyi kama ama woni bia ho aka bibia atorin so no obetu wana mo all member of parliament for Asante Achem agogo kojoba ajiman ohwe ye mfonyini ni kasa akoso na ati nipa binum no so ho aka woni free umpeso aso quickly se mote ote yenka yedim sa no pa bia ogi brehwe ote yenka tu na montem na besese wade hye eko na kopo nkra bia kama no abusuan kambom na mompo nkra bia kama emfa momo orabo kojoba ajiman brashe bedwani agogo Asante Achem Modia to an mountain na be na bibia ntimi nko fine mfama lucky about for see me cause on car say dey be adana crank crowd so be afakodo won na won mo kwanso kuso kra a lot of your text messages about making kan e dey ama about ye kujina tema east nimna for titles ni kwata glover and so atna say enei ono so be boy ama edwumaje edi wa timi akon kan kama e hwenim say Alhaji Baturi as well kan sa same former Alhaj the Bokrata no as well can so na bia timi akokama na me adoma memenda tema east MPP delegates one kasa munim dada osumpa within this first time in parliament constraints are first time as do na go through but what demonstrate say impo say enye ade ode ne ho to aban so no na montu ni networking and then the relationship no odin sacha kese pa eba ye biasro kwa munya tumi amode share nsa delegates are more MPP more tema east baby ada kase akwanya de ba say ya wona asomye wona asom party asom man Ghana asom adofo asom abusia enti ebese se mo kono enya adwobro na ne memenda no momfa mukoko mutini enkodi adanse se o yakwapa no kwafo o se fata se sari elected ni kwatai Titus Glover so onkojina tema east on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party na bibia entimi ko enkan kama ora wakwa ba bia boko
ewa dumo wabra
quick one ne wa mensa asase ne honsem canry ne so honsem edwom ne honsem no on komo no akosi sei
oh ne dikan ma yenchia ahwefo nyina mohwe wo bedwum wa dum tv so se medomase na akonyo mede ma me se me ko so mu omra hye bedwo no ya bebro so a za fi midu ni besu menum ni ene etosudu 2 years 5 months 10 days but at the floor or the plenary ubra ma hye bedwo ma obi abede me hu danse as a member of the appointment committee deputy ranking member trade and industry committee ya boy homade then outside and so there was a yedmo bi amaye kan dwom de no is about 80% done and then we call kwasu adwa so a e hot is ha sa teche na wo ho na fi ni bolda ni even saying we fresh and man from border no border refuse no and then nya so twa nya so twa help faint is say kakra 20% is about omudan am yisidi amamu no kan no muda data bodem akutufo no any banchi the body for no omache den no mienu because some of to kwan na mobase ya amache no bibi omeda na ya na yeden ebia na owo sika kakra wo ewo no wonhwa na amoso obi akosabi na ye jefi 170 ya the blocker ye din chinsi be kuso maside adware ene ejanan bia aka ho ema de memma de na media account na kusa na ye wi ho na ye de amount. The issue about the recovery ward no so a very very dear to my heart. Our chief executive, no, Menina Brubroswa, Menino Casemini fine because the human no, and so on.
No one in your fine.
Many MCA, no, Menina fine because of all Bano. Nyamo can't say, or the betu aquam way in Abbey Juma together, and you know, what I say.
I didn't know.
And in fact, you could you when you feel to Mancho. Oh, Emma, your friend, the elders of the stool, and in paying for more woman in the buy an idea. Governor say I was on ambition. I was not bitter. Yamami flutes, drips. Satan the President Boni Dize, Obano, or Pacho. Say Yambuana MPP Assembly members of one. Yan Troban the Famano. Assemble come make catcher and say, Media Mebwa. But me pese when Sabeka Kunye, Nami Jumabi and Besemi and now overtate me. Aye. Yamin Chadia, a share you might never be a cost of come. Me do me project is a campus time, and I may share a conception by I do cratters on the idea. And the chief of staff currently, our local government, and be informed me no Mukasa, Zenica say you, Minim, Yanika says you and you, Minim, and the Honorable Julius Debra, and a friend, like I said, oh, are they? And Pinikit and the sick of persuasion, Maniquan on your idea. And sana, because I just would ye. Yeah, be recovery word, I think him so. And dear Baby, I then may read soon talk. Now cook, and I good so, and son of any phrase me. You can say, Neil and Vanderpoy. You resume from Easter by ye. And no catch him say, you be a shortcut in your time. I'm going to say office complex. Or to suffer me, say, member, I'm not coming. He should take his program. I'm not interested in anything in that in Tama there. And the Nila is Omni Nakasa, regional ministers Omni Nakasa. Dear me train, none your friends say they want to look at the project, blah, 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 blah. And the Minuka say, call recovery word, more bore, more here, more blocks, a go is here.
The problem is,
Nimble say, or see, Sikana Midibisi, National Health Insurance, Missika Mabuano 2 years, and I'm Midikosis idea. Recovery word, don't say, dear, it take time. Mammy Kwaname was who yes scheme Ben away. What scheme? Baby assassin Mansana may me call director of health no. Call clinic or no catches Zadi winning here. Now Nisha Bessa missing nurses quarters, say Debbie. Some more upgrading from the head post into a polyclinic. And to the director of health, no, I was Thermometro no a minion recovery ward because my predecessor on number shown a lab at the moment and the museum for recovery ward in Bacau. Because we don't call any man and yet, Panasa, and a year drawings a year bibia, a quay by a year, who can say no that to her, who can say it's kind of made by a scanosa. Now, scanosa are companies of what a person of women. They say I should start doing something. What I say? Me were 800 million at the market. This year, 500 million ever 1.3 billion old cities. I bet my BBD. And the Misha see and I made the Missuno at the command and Crofoya, and no major so now. Oh my idea, dear mammy. Mecano, she say, Mecano. Into my imagine say, she knew obey what TM who I mean support. No. Or your program, me call, or two Zaframi.
I don't solve a problem.
No. Because
there's a chief of staff.
Because at the time, no what local government chief in the car. Unti, and the million under yes.
Or taken into a different level, which is not advisable.
You see, yeah. My catcher is we should devote development politics, you know. My development, politics, what do you say? So we get development, now the politics ebe sad here. The me mammy who me ya mamma for a wall. Now, say me who you no tuneful, the witchery. I said, no, you don't want politics. And boy, and to be the Minya Queen, and I catch a man for. Said, this is the problem. And I said, the officers be friends, some yeah, project together, the Baba regional coordinating council. Me show, I'm just waiting.
The project Naka.
Oh, it's not there, the blocks and the one to form.
No, it's all the consent of the MC and so on.
Obe one to form. Near what's all you say, he just have to prepare the procurement process. I want the contract, no, Edema contractor. Scanning, dear me. They were director of health. And you no beti scan. Scanner yedi amameno is in account at the Directorate of Health. Ewatema Metro. And to know say you do the due process to let the tendering process go on. You want to conduct now. Here yejuma. And yes, I know Kovanda po no mo ye aduma well. Because I have colleague MPs in Accra. And yes, I know ye nejuma. MPs is far better than that gentleman. I'm telling you.
Now, hospital in Payphone in Akasa.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Casa. Since somebody has someone to in Casa. Doctors in to in Casa. They are only waiting. I'm doing for in Casa. At the high time, I'll hit him. Who to be spending 1 billion cedis on useless generator?
No, Debbie. No.
No. 1 billion cedis on a generator?
No. Uncle, say useless project like a generator. Uncle.
Generator, who say assembly sika? And Jodifo sika kakanka yetutia. Who say 1 billion? It's an investigation by the SFO.
Why any question? Was it your coming in? Why any question?
He's a former member of the assembly, Accra electoral area.
Okay, so but obitu and more any useless generator no or botawa you have a challenge probably with sika or the toy any process of thermal toy and now say the type of generator toy you raise it but generator in times like this
generator
for what use?
Generator why do you spend that colossal amount of 1 billion? I bet you not a new generator.
Why the
and yet Greco's and the chair.
Only my assembly no.
And I'm the chair assembly no.
Messiah cannot spend the day.
Bisano. Who know Bisano? He's an investigation by itself. And they will cut the Majuma light system cries a problem. Unam Jumua Basa.
Aquaba.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yes, honorable. Honorable, Daddy, I'm disappointed in you. Oh, yeah, Madam for pa. But I'm disappointed in you, sir. David, honorable, I disagree with you. This is not the Nikwate Daniel.
That is not my style.
No, but that's not your style.
Thank you very much.
That is why I'm not happy, sir. You go this way. Even now, you are taking it to another level. I thought that in the first place, Nippon Niha. Oh, Nippon Niha. There be no certain allegations now.
We have to be fair.
I feel so. Or your ODC and MC, you have to cooperate in order to serve the people.
He's not cooperating.
You want to
not cooperating. He's doing politics.
It's okay.
He's doing politics.
Okay. This thing you have got thick skin. Who particular or politics? You know it. They want to remove you by force. You are not giving up. So why would you give up on the whole metropolis?
But let them find a solution to this challenge. You know, no opposition, member of parliament, not DC, not our member, not say 10. You see, find a solution because I had dreams.
And your opposition, sometimes
even party or in power,
party in the ground,
and in MP, try to get a solution to that.
Then you know, ambition. Ambition. Most of the time, we say DC in either say or ambition or nipabia or per se or this to hunty. But you see, I think that. Including the course of mine, and now people are narrowing the whole thing to flat. The problems of Ghana, flat. We are behaving like ostriches. We don't want to admit the truth. The truth is there is total leadership failure in this country, and we are even part of the blame. But every day, what we do is finger pointing. Why say media? But I can tell you, nobody can escape blame. Obiani ho bet me escape blame o mine. Na mentumi una me kan article bi ahomachi e wo Facebook so mentumi enwie. Na nipa no contrast bibi. So we hear amanye bebre omuntumpom no they develop under some kind of dictatorship. But when we go into multi-party democracy,
development, no.
Ama development.
I know my right.
I know my right. No, and he was wondering, and then he cited the case of Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Said Kwame Nkrumah because no absolute ruler no. What me a push your mind way. I'm a development bebre, and about champion regime. But all the contrasting with learned academic to say Buzia, learned and gentleman to say Liman. And there was a problem. We were both parties amount me.
So a bit of dictatorship will help. Reasonable percentage of dictatorship.
Now, the argument means democracy is good, and I agree with him. When a Rawlings can maybe not maybe Anthony has said. One can say one paid democracy, but say one multi-party democracy. It's not good for Africa, and that is what we are seeing. Because by nature, no, by nature, Africans, your culture, ni abrofu culture, no, abobra. Oh no, untumi obano asebe wo no kura. Wo eboni a untumi no. Oni kwanse wo de won sabe kan.
How about shina suma mamoje fi na suma ba. Odi agro say tia ne yema kawa ma na ko.
And what our constitutional framers should have done, ni awosaka mo ye no say. But it's not their fault. Not there was a clamor said we should move away from the military dictatorship. And that clamor was throughout the continent. In Ghana, in fact, throughout the world. 1992, so Kaya started around 88, 89, 1991. Now the whole world said democracy. And in America and Britain, for now, they are now more imposed. Unfortunately, like the Bretton Woods, IMF, New World Bank prescription, no, they don't take into consideration or mind only peculiar circumstances. Okay. African circumstances is totally different from Europe and America. Until we should have married our tradition, our culture, our norms with the abrofo. We didn't do it. And that is the price we are paying today. That is the price we are paying today. Minimum. Now, what are we seeing today? Every Ghanaian knows his right, but the responsibility, no Ghanaian wants to talk about responsibility.
But you're right there.
You're right there. Hey, Sabi, Obia, Sabi. One course classroom crowd on you right. What you say, once me a Ghana need here, I'm entitled to do this, to do that. But the responsibility. And this has not been helped by our your friend say, partisanship noir and the
is it more mia pao?
Partisanship, pure partisanship.
Say more mia pa.
And that now you're sure, baby. Say MPP near DC. Or the dangerous BB about my name probably any uncle. Na dachi nebu. I was say start to say can once. And now Koku be nasa we MPP near we opposition. You can walk free. Sounds no we who are buying more. You can walk free. Why is this so? This is a color crime. Madam, for your meaning, where Bonnie business here, oh, police for and answer investigation officers. Touching, hey, what can say me MP, NPP, NPP, on the ground, na nipa the best original. Ye boom, sir. Ama nina it boils to one thing: the vote. Vote no amount for penal. Ama your leaders, and that one it comes from Rawlings, President Kufo, President Atamas, President Mama. It's not about the Goyle filling station. It's not about the filling stations. That is the mistake people are doing. It's not about the filling stations. Is it only the filling stations? No. If we want to apply the laws, the local government laws of this country, almost every building by the roadside, will be affected. Why are we singling out filling station? And filling station on a I don't get it. Today, because it's filling stations. What of the railway lines, no? Amount for I see our first nanka pata and a kiosk and a containers and then the 60 block. Amount for 60 block ni air condition permanent. Abraso emrano chese on every side of the railway. I will say ujai by 100 feet. 100 feet buffer. 100 feet buffer on left and right. It was not for nothing. And yet, Abrofon him said, one, apart from said that you want to expand because railway no uba I was about Gujina. And you need to have another dual carriage, dual rail line. So that actually when the traffic increases, back over to me aircon left, back also airborne right, so Kotema, Wafa Onya, Wezuba Accra Onya.
Okay.
Apart from that, so Satronchi BCA, that's a train free track and so on. Won't be preparing for what are we seeing today? Yet we sit down, close our eyes, and then obi ye bibia, whatever area me heard, area. A quinso chop bar, a quinso fitting shop, a quinso, without due regards to the laws. Car fairly breaker, you can imagine what is going to happen. Now, to me, and take action because of vote. That partisan vote now a panel. Who call 2016 beba. Was it 2016 beba? 2016. Obia baby 2016. Now the sad thing is NDC opposition no. So microphone can say na NDC air bomb against the MPP. And the MPP so opposition almost then we do this. We break down. There's no law in Ghana now. There's no order. And that should tell you that we are heading towards the abyss. We are heading towards the abyss every year because the country is becoming lawless. Nobody takes the law into court. And the politicians and our leadership, and we ourselves are not helping ourselves.
Okay. 1760 or text message line, February, Angel Brain, Team Emma Refi said, Forecourt, Parliament House, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Ghana paying for, members of Parliament, ministers, I would do a bush and forward, I don't forward doing Kushi and Boy Yanama on a cat, baby. But yes, shall say bottom top approach within the new patriotic party. Now, men shall say what 12 constituencies can't vote. How many reasons number our Hanum say, but Bibia okay in the new patriotic party, especially and rather may monitor ecosystem matters about Sikabia General Secretary, the constituency, now regional chairman, maybe war reservations, and then issues about say around about impeaching certain regional chairmen and then impeaching the general secretary and the chairman. In the midst of all these challenges, party ne what to say?
You mean that say, come now, I'm saying, my main fan phrase impeachment that's him now. I think in the heat of the murder of Alhaji Adam Mahama, regional chairman for be a year meetings not the idea towards that process. And no children know and go for Kasa for and against the whole exercise. But Nanado Bekasa I'm saying in the second week in the year we on saying Bibiato I didn't Yakosi Yakoya the final adwa I think over the weekend at the Maminu opinion. Now Minte said they are still pursuing that arrangement. Say coming Kwanga Injum Yenya Bako na Yansha Kwaya Befaswa Gidi na Ghana phone wo yemuno yebesum mbenifo na come as obi on pay say you force to work along that person but they do baby na yedene so wo de wo ko nifa no on de benkuma na kosoko eya na ma adwuma no eyedin. I feel very, very worried. Said in another abre. Adi etida wa akasika yedi betwa namudi. Na nyamase ekoso. But I think there obekasa we said there has been some truths. Yedi boni ni die no ma no. Me general secretary my friend. I called him. That was last week, Wednesday was a Thursday anajo. I called him personally. And I'm a catcher and say, when you say me, say John, I campaigned for say John. But politics, yeah, election after election, baby, I do one better to the economy. Nine years, then, you're Tanechi. To be catching him, say, yes. Come now, post the Malinian chum, the most important thing in the world is a minimum say be kambo ma yedmading say MP beba power. And he took it in good faith. Do catch him Zeminyada, your member office, na yebonkomo. And I think that is good. As to Omomun to be in Kono on Saturday promise, maybe can be. My cousin, yeah. Because we made an appeal against a branch or contestation. He's not here, like Alaji said, and I don't want to go into the details of those because you have to crack us. We are the regional appeals committee. He was disqualified, and the regional chairman was the opening. He would not agree with the decision of the regional appeals committee. So he called the media and did whatever he wants to do. As I speak to you now, the matter is before the National Appeals Committee, or Chinatema East will be heard on this matter. And the under the rules of engagement, you know, you have the right to appeal. Wakaya, my senior colleague, Honorable Natoshi, General Secretary, issue certain committee statement, you know, or the court, and the court has asked the party to do the right thing. Said the National Appeals Committee should sit. In general, one issue says a transparency. I'm sure by Friday they'll finish. And the Yantumian talk by Saturday 13. I'm sure the following week it can be done.
Now, why all this confusion in MPP?
I don't see this as a confusion. It's a BB question. You have the right to talk about it. It's better than picking clubs and machetes and to throw all over the place. It's part of the due process. It's part of the arrangement package in this election. That appeal process should be in place. As will be in TPP once here. He has the right to forward it to the appropriate higher body for address. Even in a judicial system, who call the lower court, you move up to the upper courts and to the final determination of the matter. And let's say, West for you know, then tomorrow with Tema East and other places, so that we all work together at the end of the day.
Alaji, MPP is like suspicion, mistrust, disrespect for authority, free for all. They say party, that's what they're engaging.
Well, but it's not peculiar to only MPP. But initial introductory comments make BB. What is happening in MPP, of what is happening in the nation. We pride ourselves as a nation of law. But law, no, we can't know your constitution, your local bylaws, political parties, or more constitutions. We should operate in tandem. So why should there be confusion? Why should there be mistrust? Like he said, once you have been clothed by the constitution, so if you're not happy about something, there is a route for you to pass, and they use it. It's fine. We just wish that on Saturday, even if others constituency and me uncle or more a Congress, and it will not be surprising because 275, it's not likely so but a clear or more petty issues. But the rest will definitely go, and we wish them well. We're born pious. They should end successfully. The winners, we salute them. The losers, we say better luck next time. But why should it be so? Say near beer, a beer Ghana for sorry, I say near beer. Constitution operating 23 years. I don't know up to now, say election, especially elections of this nature, two things. There's no and football.
Draw behind.
You win or you lose. And so I can say yeah. That's the one name say is either win or lose. I think I prepare your mind very well. And prepare the minds of your supporters. And prepare a candidate not a problematic. I almost support it. Men play, we you know, and the candidates, some of them they cannot but to listen to them because some of them were also dragged into the game by these same supporters. 81 years, I say you are letting them down. But what is it? I've seen many other candidates. They lose elections, and then they come back later and win it. You understand? So why should there be a confusion? But like I was saying, MPP, no, it is not just a matter of MPP. I think that what Ghana needs now is a drastic shift, paradigm shift in our understanding of governance. Governance will still means NTS, and also Utrisia. It is this because South school current or what you say, or landing, a coyote masters and Mekaya, MPP time. You were dear for Ghana. I will don't papa. But why is it when we elect, when we appoint them, then they fail? So you notice that it is not the people per se, because ni abrofo there omo etumponu omo ko se ni na ye nipa bebre from lawyers, engineers, doctors omo nyina omo ko sako omo be university wa omo ko abroche e ko sua adika ho. And we travel, we go there, we see it. The orderliness that is going on there. Why can't we replicate it here? The environment. And if you look at the environment, what is causing it is the partisan nature of the politics that we do. Obia nim what is supposed to be done. And so who will bear the cat? Obia through. We are by year after 2 weeks. We go back at business as usual. Business as usual. You see, we need, say, bet to us we are democracy here, we need leaders who are prepared to say, look, I'm going to fix Ghana. I'm going to let Ghana work. Even if I will serve one term. So moon to mamukra. Nasa met me, I'm Ghana asa afa ntuma afra. Nasa mutu yimam. I'm no one day they will even ombeso kanya FM. Because I don't see why we should be in this state of affairs. Nyankupo me count as Nyankupo Dogana. I've never seen a merciful God like our God, Ghana's God. So who took kanya and said who took kanya? And Ubuhunya make Assassin. Even so, whether it shouldn't have been the case. It should have been a blessing. It should have been a blessing. What would it take for us to allow waterways so that it should to be the container vessel? Okasa. I say why? Why? Ye will be beer. Ye will be beer. Yankopodi be beer chair. Why is it that ye bre or ye mine? You see, Yankopo so sabi or abutreo. But Yanka who say or so or limit. Or say be ye be momo mundamasi. Na min fabi somos. Na se mi yena se mo mania so okay. Kakra na mi di chen munkra ma we abeje. So when we are protecting the peace, relative peace, Ghana can go like any other failed state within the next few years. I'm telling you, Ghana can go down like any other failed state because we are heading towards a failed state. That is the truth of the matter. Ghana is heading towards a failed state. Oh my, I'm bringing the story tomorrow. I hope that about you look at it seriously. I'm going to demonstrate to you how this country is gradually but steadily moving into a failed state. What is a failed state? A criminal law and order new how. Who are mind you? You become like a Sodom and Gomorrah.
Serious.
That is serious. Oh my, that is where we are heading towards. I'm telling you this. And it is written everywhere. But be how far it is written.
Mranya Juma.
Amranya Juma Ghana. Amranya. Some MP before Constitution. Constitution Act capture Bibia. And this is for Constitution. And it is no different from the Ghana Constitution. Your law be brave. Why is it that we are always in this issue? I always say about suspicion, infighting, and why? The law is there. say this is how this will tell you I've qualified. Me say, but I'm not qualified to go and contest Tetas Global. I don't have the right. Simple. Because me was country and I will be a party one paper Tetas Global. Now appear me. Betu. That is what we are doing. And how do you build a nation this way? So, they say, I buy a party in some more. A intra-party says here.
Freeman.
A Freeman is a inter-party. And this MPP. So, gentlemen. So, if MPP among themselves are doing this, and don't forget NDC to this same look at what happened in Bolga. And what is still happening, even though my brother he's tried to downplay nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, Titus. And I need Queen Quarter. Nothing has changed. Oh. The noise has reduced, but nothing has changed. Why is the chairman secretary still now cannot go to the office?
Scheming is still on.
Komlan goes to the office.
Komlan uses his personal office.
He uses
not
his
that
personal
of the
office.
FBB.
Yes. And look at somebody who is running, who is going to manage these primaries. He has to use his private office. Why is that for the chairman? And then the just no like normal situations. They will slow down. And as sabi, ya oni eyinwa ewo microphone. But the issue has not been addressed. And last week and last 2 weeks, my name is the problem lies with the flag bearer.
No, so yeah.
And you see, this is what I made last
argument was that
no, it's not
beyond the casa. And so you use the word casa,
and then there was let him finish.
You see, I made this statement, and Honorable Obi was one tiasi. O can be say what? Osi one casa. And me say yes, casa, and casa sakwa. You leave the talk, you walk the talk. You understand me? And how could you have done that? Since Nikasano, I don't know, I stand to be corrected. Yeah, who say only chairman needs general secretary or public event to be, and I said, move BB. Now, no, nra, say, Thanksgiving, memorial for service. Can you imagine if we had seen the MPP flag bearer, MPP chairman, MPP general secretary with some of the minority leaders working together? What message would he send down?
Chuchu was still there.
I don't know, but it doesn't also mean that because if you listen to people like Dr. Amwaku Tufo or comments after Nana Akufo-Addo, you wonder whether Nana Akufo-Addo is really in charge of MPP.
But he's a flag bearer.
That's why I say we wonder if the flag bearer, who is the de facto leader of MPP in opposition, Nasa Wama
ceasefire.
And yes, ceasefire or pass a law. And then you have Sabi, excuse me to say, an ordinary council member continue to speak, the people should still step aside. What are we talking about? And that is why I'm saying, Nana Akufo-Addo, the Bibia Awonuso. I expect that by now he should have consulted Akufo. I say the ground.
I also wonder why. But chairman always on radio and is calling for impeachment. Area is Ibuatin, Dr. Amwaku Tufo. Right after Nana, Akasibibia Enkofo, na party no. And how we see organize what made for 20.
That is why I'm saying that Nana Akufo-Addo na Omu Hano. When you see Bolga, invisible forces. Omu Hani chances. Onu na Omu Hani chances.
I mean, say Honorable, I have 2 letters here, letters forms. Bakuye for unity, bakuye impeachment. is circulating in Volta region, Upper East, Northern region, Ashanti region, Central region, and then Eastern region and Bronga half region. I have all these. Unfortunately for me, so it will be a sign. Some against the chairman. Impeached.
Let me come here.
I don't know why.
Let me come here.
Nana, you said politically,
but let me speak.
You speak.
Do you fear some?
Okay, really.
The point is that was before Nana do Bekasa. The regional chairman met at the regional executive committee level and they took those decisions and all that. But thereafter, Nana do Bekasa wie. Enyato. Na baturi alaji ye kano. Ni ye free say o si o pese ato ntema shi yanga Nana do epie kono na executive nim o Nana do ni you come Japan. Adom. Didn't you see that one?
I saw the picture on the Facebook.
Yeah, he was with him.
At Winneba also.
With
I mean, Winneba?
Yeah, Winneba Youth Choir.
Youth Choir.
And then
remember, he's doing so well. He's doing so much. Maybe I would say media be cover or something. I don't know. But somebody before even that, after Tamale, they have met so many times. They meet. They have a scheduled days within the week. They meet and discuss about issues.
But it's been a long time. What
do you say? And the BBC, he's doing so much. I know it is not easy. He's a human being. So Nanado had the effort. What do you do? He's making sure that he brings everybody on board to support the common agenda for 2016. That's what the new one say. Media person collect. Do correct there on the person collect. What can you do? You still need to engage the person.
I feel that Nanado should call certain people and names to order.
You understand?
If you have the regional chairman who in his attempt sent text messages around calling for NEC meeting.
I know Ashanti regional chairman. Ashanti regional chairman is alleged
signatures. That was in the heat of the demise of Elijah Adams Mahama. But thereafter, the other material. Let us not divert these things. We have a problem on hand. The ineptitude of this government should be looked at. I didn't know what I say. Then what is the probability?
Not just
Akufado is not sleeping.
No,
Nanado is not sleeping.
No, but put himself together. For the unfortunate thing is that MPP more property in stakeholders.
Yes,
it is a MPP will be more vested interest. Because a monshi share na mode be buo mine and mana montu ne money yen na papa sir as say me tu ana mo kan wase
entina obi me kwachi enda me so me ya Akufado he's not sleeping. He's been working.
Anyway,
the
last question is why the restraining order at national headquarters at chairman and general secretary Intimiko. What is the problem?
Oh, but after saying why
is the problem Intimiko?
They have the right to go there. Nothing's going to happen.
They
can go.
I say general secretary of I'm saying no cry. Say more forces. No, is it party sanctioned forces? I don't know. Invisible forces. Only a party sanctioned.
They are party security.
Party security.
You.
Okay, and since when Munya has invisible forces?
Oh, they've been there for a long time.
Okay, so they
provide security.
They have power to
party
restrain
property.
Party chairman. And
no, they have no right. They can't do that. Okay. They can't do that. After on the heat of the murder of your friend is saying, Alaji Adams, but after that, you know, Alaji mischief you are new going Can Banu Abano
was it ineptitude. Now the MPP and someone to be holding together.
What will happen? You know what is happening?
No, JDBC.
look, all these things, immediately, because we have done police station elections, electoral area coordinators, constituency, region, national, super, delegate conference, flag bearer, and sana, general election for flag bearer. The icing on the cake is the parliamentary one. And then the Aban said, and go for means a bit appeal, in the midst of Wenum Waba, winner by is purely criminal, but you can be, which I'm so grateful about that. Say, Obi Koye Bonia, not because or among your community, not your police phone by your investigation, because of what among your community, not a for foreign. So they can't do the investigation. Near Siwa Boligano. It is purely criminal matter. Purely criminal. And the police must be supported and given that opportunity to do what is right.
Okay.
And that is the angle we have to look at it.
Okay. So
the leader should go to the office and work.
You guys have your text message. It's not as easy as
but Nanado is working so hard.
Yeah, these are MPP people. They be catching viewers. We sit here. We don't go. These are MPP people sending text messages that Brabesha Brown is here time. Any other, some of the constituencies. This is going round. That impeach the general secretary and the chairman. So, all right, okay. Please ask the director of National Lottery. Last month, commission has not been paid. Also Toboase. Commission. Disappointed by the satellite, meteors on our satellite. But means under 20, and I said, "What's a Ghana for under 20, boy? Hey, with you, and a parent satellites." And I share a train, but on the lighter side, obviously 3 days morning in Napoli, as almost demonstrate here morning, almost 3 goals.
But it's when they won against Argentina. Some said they won just to appease the nation because of at arrangement nearby. They have failed.
Okay. Some NADMO workers at BBN have not been paid since they were employed in 2013. Please find out the problems for us. Mensa from BBN. Okay, Mensa will do that. Nana, I like everything about you, except the way and manner you address leaders. At least accord the required respect. You are a wife, I believe. How would you feel if your husband is called in that manner? Mrs. Oko Anadewe Abba. And this one says, why series of... Okay, so this is Oko Vandapoyana. Why series of calamities in Mohammed's administration is unknown. Cause of... And then this one also says postponement of Upper Denchira West Parliamentary primaries could be another disaster for MPP if care is not taken from concerned citizens in Upper Denchira. Well, they're in disaster. And yesterday we saw Honorable Dompre, MPP primaries, and we have police force. They are mandated and baby to say, well, in Swama Dredge, we are about 10, 15 parliamentary primaries. What is the country heading towards? Parliamentary primaries.
The police is there to provide security.
No. Anyway.
Is there to provide
or a flashpoint.
Primaries.
Or a flashpoint.
Sometimes, yeah.
Even primaries, sometimes, why we are not a national issue.
It's becoming too much.
Because why we are a bear primary, but if you are not a party nipa, and I say a pro, and I cool nipa. Now, what sorry, you are going to interrogate. And American from the beginning said we don't operate under law and order. Yeah, laws, you need order. And everybody from the president up to the messenger is afraid to operate the order. Everybody.
Why?
The police are powerless.
Why? Ebola vaccine test in Volta region. Is Volta region the only region in Ghana? Nobody in Volta region has Ebola. Why then the test? They just wanted to reduce the population. Massa. With Azuma below the belt. Do you know that according to EcoBank, it's charging its customers' current account 1 cedi 75. Banks need the don't wanna forget about. Yeah, in Ghana for no so yeah, bank who because bank binum do no buye pa because yeah the answer according this calculating they actually akuyi yeah this can official nyoma mo titi ya ebi ho ma Oman, please, if it's not given to you and you take it by force, it falls down. I hope we are not in Ezekiel's time, whereby their father's sin, they committed, got results in their children. Ghana must pray. Osamu Kumar said, Nanaya, Mr. Kwamena, in fact, a stroke patient and all my family have abandoned me and work to earn how to make ends meet. So come to my aid.
Oh, sorry.
Phone number into he's a stroke patient in Takrady. He's been abandoned by the family.
Oh.
Okay, so
If you can get a number,
we'll do that for me. We'll have to save the situation. Good morning. How can some of Ghanaians compare Ghana to France? The rules, regulations, laws are different from Ghana. In Ghana, we pay people to talk marathon, more than thinking, from General Mosquito to Chimam. So that's it. Please, ask the authorities to come and see what is going on. Obuasi, Bogobri, and Mensakrom from Kobio, Obuasi. This one says, a boy took cutlass to kill mother. Unfortunately, the one who tried to help has been seriously traumatized and police afraid to arrest. And I please speak for the people of Insuta Tonsi because we are in danger. And good morning for the wonderful work you guys are doing for Mother Ghana. Please, some nurses have been posted to work in their various places after school for the past 1.5 years but have not been paid since. Please use your office to do this investigation for us because we are suffering. A worker deserves his wage. Please, can you also pass this information to our dear sister? Okay, Nana before is listening to you. But so I next in our church or town radio. Hey, well, for our problems, you see, Apano, Ghana, bondage or slavery. Oh, I'm Ghana, your crisis. We women who failed, deviated, diverted their roles, pushing the men against the walls. And please, I'll be happy if you can give us account number so that we that are not in Accra can also help the people. Omahene from Martin Techiman, because it's a national problem and not an Accra alone. And this one says, I think we need a minister of drainage to be appointed who will give himself a timeline of February 2016 to resign if he doesn't fix the drains in Accra like the power minister. So that's the drainage minister. Okay. All right, so there are no body bags to keep dead bodies. We've all learned lessons. It's shameful, but please, we've all learned it. They're very, very pathetic, especially on the foreign media. They almost carry the stories. Now, the description they give to the country, quite worrying. But we've learned a better lesson through a better means. Please, I'm in Cape Coast. I have some clothes I want to give to the victims. How do I send it to you? We'll take your number. We'll get in touch soon. And then the government have to provide the needs of all people who's been affected by the flood. Bright, Arthur, or Asin, and you people should have some people or places that we can send our items to. Yes, all those details. One crime, so I wait to my bank. So, multi TV, and I'm so bad over here. Nana, it's never true. Achimobwaka President Church of Ghana has been bent. There are some issues concerning the chairman and the congregation. What's that title? Global Corporate Refuge. Why series of calamities in Mohammed's administration is unknown. Okay, women kind. Okay, and please, good morning to you. Immigration senior officers are chopping our rent allowance. They've kept the money to themselves. Meanwhile, the government is okay, and okay, a lot of them coming. 1760, the lucky about Fasi. Aladi, at the forecourt of Parliament, the big one is a year now, but the sad one is that no emergency shelter for flood victims 7 days after Mohammed's promise. And Nane Abrifo call out a quiet donation. What we are observing, and it's a nipe bin sradie. Obi a hwe kranka na krano. Susu na tadi ma ba no su bi kia oh. Na me ni o. We are see asema to me here. Aja no kwa nkoda nche. Dia mana sa yehu. Na sa mana ya se film ne se nkofo mponchi ne omu na ntwe nsu form omo no. Ghana fo bi na omu nsu nyame. Eku omu eton ebadwa so ma yen ye bewe. Alaji je wo kana ebile no de asama na ya humti kakaze dey oji adoye nyoma na ode kwa isan se kana na aba system nti no uhu ba bia ode fa ebile mu susu ye se work wo Hajj village in the old one, even the current one, the crowd, and I say any other place, yeah, a buying would deem it fit to say, readily, piano, but don't go because even for you, which are, you penny be that suit Yakunyama, baby, for the past 4 or 5 days. It's you Tobo, or my dear China, you Tobo, my dear Chisa. So, what is it?
Very pathetic, very sad. Very, very, very sad because you don't feel it. As will be a Babwa, a million in 9. Or the old now, but you see, that's why I was telling you from the beginning, sir. Common sense, HS, if they are here, so 1 year, o premise, writer, o conclusion, be wrong. And that is what we are doing, Omahin. We want to copy the Western world. So we say here, enquire shelters, yes. In the first place, what are the open spaces? What are the open spaces in Accra? Second, it is not part of our culture. In Prempi, you try. You see tent, Obianko, because it is not part of our culture. And up to now, you are being free. Sir, we should know that when it happens this way, Ghanaian is a brother's keeper. Why don't you help others who are fortunate, but who are neighbors? Why don't you help them to take in these people? Because that's what we do. Family, friends, relations, and so on. And we want to copy, say, shelter. What is the response? Yes, Sibisa, Obianko. And we should learn from some of these things. But you see, the issue you raise about some people infiltrating, that's true. And others also are part of the people who are supposed to be donating this thing. Some of them don't even have the sympathy. They will either give it to their cronies or even try to steal it, take advantage. So sometimes, and yes, I'm buying in Yadi, but you see, we don't get it right. We should be able, say, before say we basically, we should have anticipated it. Say, BBC is here. What are we going to do? Do we have helicopters? Do we have relief centers? We should know about this. The hospitals, are they ready? Do you have a mortuary in Ghana that can take 1,200 bodies? Up to now. Do you have a mortuary that can take 1,200, 2,000 bodies? We're not planning. We're not thinking. We're not thinking about today. Saturday MP before I go to how I can get my vote. And then hear me. How in 2016 how I want to win power. And then hear whether opposition or government. We don't plan. Abrofono is the same mood. But the difference is that they don't look at today. That's why they put aside a lot of money into research. They put aside a lot of money. And they are going into the space. Gutter politics na here. Gutter politics. Etemdidie, kasakwa, kasatwe. Now we are seeing that we are even insulting our own. We are now insulting our own party leaders. And we think we are doing it in Kuku. It's not coming out. For me, to be honest with you, I know it is a bit controversial, but it looks like multi-party democracy is not working for us. It is destroying this country.
So what do you prescribe?
I don't have the prescription. That's why I'm very cautious.
So your contribution is good.
That I don't have the prescription. I don't have, but that's why I'm very careful, because at least for now, that's the only thing available.
Arguments for multi-party.
You see,
against multi-party.
Let me tell you something. And tomorrow I want you to review that paper if it comes. 1992, Nesa called back to multi-party constitutional regime. 1993, Jerry Rawlings was sworn in as the first constitutionally elected president. And then how many years? 22 years. Rawlings appointed more than 5,000 people during his 8-year tenure. President Kufuor appointed more than 5,000 Ghanaians. Mills appointed no less than 4,000. Over 20,000 people have been appointed by these governments during these 22 years. How many of them? And what is Omaya Bonibia, Eddie ya punish them? How many of them? Are they angels?
Probably 0.01%.
Zilch! And yes, 0.01. Zilch! Never buy 5 pen standing trial and 6. And even that one cry, you see, politically motivated. You see, no fair trial. How can it be so? 20,000 government officials running the country for over 20 years. Yeah, even 1,000 per 500 cry, and standing trial say, how impossible? When we know that every day people steal, people loot. We saw them when they were not yet in government and so on. And we are seeing them now. How on earth? And we all keep quiet. We worship them. That is how this kind of thing is eating into us. Nobody wants that revolutionary days to come back. No. Definitely he was saying that cannot be a substitute. That can never be a substitute. Mekai said, Rollins Mre. Ministers were even afraid to wear good shirts, expensive shirts, expensive watches, expensive shoes.
Who born dog?
Today, they are competing.
Not even the competition.
What's the name of the designers? Gucci, Armani. They are competing, cars. Because nobody will do fuck up. Nobody can do them fuck up.
The best in terms of luxurious cars.
So, over trillions of cedis
and yet to go
has been siphoned, has been stashed. By now, living standards of the people of this country
improve.
They will use technicality. Most people will waste car. So go court based on technicality. Then see
Emmanuel.
You see, and it is not part of our culture.
I like your cassette.
I know you share these thoughts with me. We are all having the same orientation. Long ago, or no, he doesn't want me to say, but I'll say it. When his party was in government, he became a rebel. Amaya declared the persona non grata because he was
within his own party,
his own
fighting for the right thing.
He was in the Tema assembly. That's why we love this guy. Now his life was at stake because he exposed some corruption at Pong landfill site. 800,000 that time. Amaya declared and said persona non grata. Said they don't want him in Tema. This man. And it is documented. It is recorded. Upon the own party. So I know how it feels. He's not going to speak differently from what I'm saying. Because I'm not speaking about NDC MPP. We're speaking about Ghana. So take on.
Okay.
Thank you.
1760. Every kind of yeah,
I can't see Stevens. I like
you.